predictably, the conversation is not actually around climate change and its devastating impact on moments like this, erratic weather conditions and winds that go up to 80 miles an hour creates incredible fuel for this fire to burn and continue burning. But in all of this chaos, as we stare down, what previously used to be where hundreds of thousands of people lived, what are the American people looking to? What are they pointing the finger of blame at? Well, one of the things that they're pointing the finger of blame at is, of course, not climate change, but instead a lesbian DEI firefighter. Elon Musk has decided to blame regulations. These fires are easily avoidable, but nonsense regulations in California prevent action being taken. So year after year, homes burn down and more people die. Elon Musk, of course, is tackling the real issues, which is regulation. Here's Derek Evans, who was arrested at the Capitol, if you recall, and lost his position as a former member of the West Virginia House of Representatives. California residents are losing their entire neighborhoods. Do you think a single person has stopped to think, oh, well, at least we have a lesbian fire chief who hired a bunch of unqualified people based on DEI? Or no water to fight the fires, but at least we saved a Delta smelt. Here's more. Luckily, Los Angeles has its first female and LGBTQ fire chief. Rob Taylor responds, and that's significant. Why? I don't know her, but I hope she was just the best person for the job. If not, the community pays the price. Here's Libs of TikTok also making sure that everybody understands that the fire chief is a lesbian and therefore bad at her job. And that's the reason why these fires are ripping through the Palisades.
The department is launching its first ever Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Bureau. It is dedicated to ensuring a fair and equal workplace environment.
Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero is live in North Hollywood with more on what it entails and why it's necessary.
I'm sorry. You are the most delusional person on the planet if you look at a fire, that's ripping through these densely slammed neighborhoods, and your first inclination is, oh, I would sure hate that a lesbian woman is fighting these fires. You're out of your mind, dude. What are you talking about? I don't care what the background of the person is that's bravely that's braving the flames. Like, what are we doing at this point? This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Absolutely no one should care about this unless you are so pathetically lasered in on the background of the person. You care more about that than the job that they're doing. Like, imagine pointing the finger at the person who is currently fighting these wildfires as you sit at home thousands of miles away, safe, okay? And being like, you know who's the real problem here? The people that are fighting these fires. Los Angeles recently appointed its very first female LGBTQ fire chief with the goal of recruiting more women and gay firefighters. Like, who cares? We need more firefighters in general. Who cares if they are gay or women or gay women or trans? Like, I don't care. Why would I care? Why would you care? When someone is pulling you out of a burning building, do you go, are you a homosexual, sir? Because if so, yuck, I would rather die.
I'm super inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I say, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough.
Out of 3,300.
Like, she's talking about the number of firefighters, not specifically the number of gay firefighters. She's saying there is not like a finite amount of firefighters necessary because we have wildfires that are massive, okay? It doesn't matter what their background is. Isn't the worry that there might have been a more qualified non-DEI candidate? That is what they're trying to claim. But it is so stupid. It is so pathetically idiotic to make that assertion, especially when it comes to firefighting, especially when it comes to firefighting in a place like Los Angeles, okay? I have friends that have been able to get these jobs. These are some of the most difficult to get jobs on out of like any public service position, okay? Any public servant position. Do you understand? Like, you think that they're lowering the qualifications because someone is gay? It doesn't matter what their background is. You still have to go through tremendous amounts of training. It takes years. It is insanely competitive. And also on top of that, I trust you. I don't know much about the hiring of these jobs. Just know that whenever someone says, oh, we're hiring the worst people possible because they're gay, they're wrong. That's just not how anything works. They're just assuming that because someone is gay or lesbian or trans or whatever, that they're doing a worse job overall. That's it. It's just a way to imagine that these people are bad and worse for the position overall because of their background. That's it.
100 city firefighters, only 115 are women right now. She's already looking at ways to change that. She's quick to point out that doing so has a greater purpose, attracting the best and brightest for the job.
They feel
Yeah, the argument is that if you change who you are hiring exclusively, you have an unlimited well of potential that you can tap into. Even Michael Treacy is like, do you have any evidence that this person is incompetent at her profession? The bio says she's a 22-year vet of the LAFD and was previously battalion chief, assistant chief, deputy chief, and chief deputy. These cheap swipes based on identity traits are getting tiresome. Looking at a person who has spent the last 22 years of her career combating fires in one of the most competitive job markets out there, okay? One of the most competitive job markets out there. It's still desperately underfunded. Firefighters should get funded more. They should be allowed to have unions and all of that good stuff, okay? Having said that, however, this is one of the most, like, you have to be the most qualified person to be able to reach this level. And you look to this and you go, well, she's a lesbian woman, so obviously she's unqualified. They only they only put her in that position because she's a lesbian woman. It's ridiculous. The automatic assumption that like a white dude is gonna be better than this woman is crazy. Meet Los Angeles Fire Chief Kristen Cowley. She boasts about being the first female LGBTQ fire chief in the LA Fire Department. Promoting a culture of DEI is her priority. Does this make you feel safer? Yeah. I don't think anyone, even like people responding to her are like, I don't think anyone in LA area going through the fires right now gives a flip about whether or not she's a LGBTQ fire chief. Like, how stupid? Like, how insanely stupid? These people have brain worms, dude. They have brain worms. Okay, like the first thing that you look to in a situation like this is whether or not a person that's like somehow responsible for the evacuation or the you know the recovery efforts that are taking place, if they're gay or not, you're a psychopath.
included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
That just kind of opens the door of people that thought, wow, I didn't even know that that was an opportunity for me. I am super inspired.
She took time out of her already busy.
Are you going to touch on the case for letting Malibu burn? No, I'm not going to do that. That's insane. I didn't even know that there was someone. Maybe we've written too many think pieces. Though fire is officially historic. Yeah. Pacific Palisades wildfire is the most destructive in LA history, with 1,000 structures burned. Fierce wildfires are raging in the Los Angeles area, fueled by powerful Santa Ana winds, sending residents fleeing from burning homes through flames. Thousands of firefighters were battling at least 3 separate blazes from the Pacific coast inland to Pasadena. Already crowded hospitals now contend with medical emergencies from smoke inhalation. Kind of wild how everyone's really primed to take something like this and use it to reaffirm their previously held worldview. Yeah, I talked about this earlier as well, but 11 months ago, Los Angeles area got a year's worth of rain and faced life-threatening flooding and mudslides. Now it's on fire after its driest start to a water year on record. Extreme drought and extreme flooding. That is climate change.